Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Samir.
Good morning. Okay, we'll start now. Okay, so now we'll start with the stored procedures. Okay. Okay, guys. So in the last class, we have seen a case study, execution of copy activity based on the file count. Did you remember it, everyone? Yes. Yes, guys. Hello, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay. So now further to this, okay. So we'll start with the using of stored procedure in ADF. Okay, so guys, first of all, let us try to use this stored procedure in ADF. So for this, let's go here with the case study. So I'm using the case study, or we can say specifications. The specifications. Okay, specification. So guys, the specification as per this, I'm using my source data store. Source data storage. Source data storage is Azure. Source data storage is Azure SQL database. Source data storage is Azure SQL database, and the sync data store or the sync data storage is also the Azure SQL database. Now, guys, so first of all, let us try to understand what is a stored procedure. What is a stored procedure? So what do you mean stored procedure? So whenever, suppose, so guys, are you people aware with this SQL commands? Tell me now, first of all, are you people aware with the SQL commands or not? Hello?
yes, yes, Samir.
Yes,
Okay, so suppose, like if you're not aware, I will start from the basics of SQL also. If not, we can go directly with the subject. That's the reason I'm asking you. Yeah, all of you?
Yeah, we are aware.
Okay, so now when it comes to the SQL language, so what are the basic commands you have it? The first one is DDL, and then you have a DML, then DQL, okay, and then you have DCL, TCL, DCL, then afterwards TCL, and then you have one more command that is called as SCL. These are all the commands. These are the commands of SQL language. Okay, guys. These are the commands of SQL language. Okay, SQL language commands are there. Whereas DDL, DML, DQL, DCL, TCL, SCL, and TCL and SCL. So when it comes to the DDL, under the DDLs, you have the commands called, what is that? The first one is create. Then you have the next one is alter. then drop. Am I right, everyone? Create, alter, drop. These are the three commands you have it. Then DML means what? Insert, update, delete. So can you see here? Insert, update, and delete. These are the commands we have it in the that is nothing but the DML. Whereas the DQL has only one command that is called as what? Select. So these are the three important. These are the three important. That is nothing but the commands we have it, which we require to know as well. So whereas create is your just used for creating a table, alter is used to make the changes in the table, altering the table, and then drop means what? Removing the table. That's it. Okay. And then you have insert is used to enter the new rows, update is change the value, and delete is delete the same data. That's it. Okay. Suppose here I'm writing it. Suppose I have to write this select a star from employees where select a star from employees where salary less than 50,000. Suppose I want this command to be repeated. Suppose I want this command to be repeated here. Guys, everyone, suppose I want this command to be repeated here. Multiple times I want the command to be repeated. In such a case, whenever I want this command to be repeated multiple times, so whenever you want to write it multiple times, every time you need not write it or print it. Simply what we can do is we can create a stored procedure. We can create what's it a stored procedure. And in this stored procedure, you can store the entire data. So suppose I'm using stored procedure E. The name is E. And under this, I'm just copying this. Okay. Now, whenever you require to know, or whenever you require, can you see here? Whenever you require to get this command, so simply you can use, what is it? Call here. So use what? You can use call E. That's it. Call E. Calling means what? Getting the same here. Getting the same here. That is called as what? Calling. Okay. So whereas can you see here? Or else I can say here execute. EXECE means what? Just call this procedure called with E. So and the E procedure consisting of what? Select a star from employees where salary less than 50,000. They're less than 50,000. This is the thing we have it. So guys, whenever you require to execute multiple commands repeatedly, instead of writing them again and again, we can create a stored procedure and we can call the stored procedures. Okay, we can create the stored procedure and we can call the stored procedures. Okay, guys. But here, can you see the value is a static or dynamic? Can you tell me? Now the value is a static or dynamic here? Everyone.
Static.
Yes, exactly. Because it will fetch only those records where the employee's salary is less than 50,000. Can it fetch the records? Can it fetch the records where employee salary is equal to or less than 50,000? Is equal to or less than 50,000? Or it only extracts the data where the salary is less than 50,000? Yeah. Getting my point or not?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is static. So whenever you want to make this more dynamic, so whenever you wanted to make this one more dynamic, whenever you wanted to make this one more dynamic, at that time, we have to create the stored procedures. When you have to create the stored procedures with parameters. With what is that? Parameters. Anyways, so first of all, we will see what is a stored procedure. Okay, guys, everyone. So now here we have so just a minute, I'm starting up the service now. Everything is as normal as this thing we have it. So I'm starting, just open this. Just, can you see it?
No, no, Samir, we are not able to see your other screen.
Just a minute, I'm sharing it right away. So guys, I'm starting up the session now. So just a minute, I will look on this. So I'm just starting up the procedure. So sorry, the starting of the session. So I'm starting this Azure session. So have you used the Azure Data Studio, guys, everyone? Till now, did I show you the Azure Data Studio desktop application? No?
You have shown it previously in the exercise where there was one exercise happened where you saw us. Yeah, if you want, you can do it again.
Okay, no problem. So just have a look on this. Can you see? I'm creating the resource group first of all. So once create a resource group, I'm using stored procedure. RG, stored procedure RG. Okay. So review and create. So anyways, the resource group is ready now. And then after this, let us start this. You just open this. So here you have it, the portal.azure.com. That is nothing but the Azure portal. And in this, I wanted to start the SQL because my source is the SQL database. Now just open this. See this as per the specifications only I'm moving it. Where my source is the can you see your source data store is what? Azure SQL database. Sync data store is the Azure SQL database. So just open this, everyone. And now I'm starting up the session. So click on this create blade. Create blade. So now, and once you click on the create blade, so guys, select it here. Stored procedure, the resource group, and now define the database name. So first of all, I have a database name here. So what is the database name? So let us give it as source DB. Source DB. And create the server now. And now the server name is Durga Soft Server RG. Sorry, Durga Soft Server is there. So select it, the authentication for the server. So this is the server, and for the server, I have to give the authentication. Authentication is username and password. So I'm giving the username as a Durga admin and the password. Fine. And the password I'm using Samir1234 as a password. Sorry. I'm using Samir1234 as the password. Let's click on OK. So now, guys, this first step is completed. And the second one is what? About the pricing tier. So for decide the pricing tier, click on compute plus storage. Compute plus storage means what? The pricing tier and the speed of the database. So click on the configure and now decide the speed of the database by reducing this one. Select the DTU from the, we will have two type of models for the pricing. The first one is vCore based purchasing model, whereas the vCore based purchasing model is always recommended, vCore based purchasing model is always recommended, okay, by the Microsoft, but its pricing will be high. So hence I'm using the DTU based. DTU stands for what? Data transmission units. DTU means stands for what? Data transmission units. So I'm using the less demanding workloads, basic for less demanding workloads. And here it has a 2 GB maximum of storage, but that can be reduced up to, okay, 1 MB as well. That means what 0.1 GB means what? 100 MB. That's it. See here, 100 MB is there. So click on the networking tab now, and now select the public endpoint. There is a firewall settings I'm just allowing, and from this, allow the services and resources to access this server. So just click on the yes, and I add the current IP address. See, Azure is one service, so I'm allowing Azure and the resources to access this server. What is the resources? The resources is this one. Stored procedure RG is a resource group. So I'm allowing it to access this server. So just click on this yes, add IP address, click on the review, and again click on the create. That's it, guys. So now it is created. So the source is ready now. Okay. So today we'll start up with the source and then complete the process now. So now once it's done, guys. So anyways, I'm just refreshing it right away. So let us refresh this. So just a minute, it's creating. Just click on refresh to make the process faster. Okay. So this is the specifications where you have the Azure source as the Azure SQL database, and the sink is also Azure SQL database. Okay. So first of all, we will see how to define this, the stored procedure. And then once we define the stored procedure, then we'll go ahead and do the rest of the process. Okay, so this is the thing. So meanwhile, what we can do, I can also start this Azure SQL. There is nothing but Data Studio. So just use it, Azure. Can you see here? Azure Data Studio. This is a third-party application which is used to connect the cloud databases. So click on this Azure Data Studio. Click on this Azure Data Studio, guys. Click on this Azure Data Studio. Click on the Azure Data Studio. So anyways, can you see here? I'm starting this. So meanwhile, you just go here. It's ready. Database is ready. Go to the database. Now, guys, this is the database with a name called SourceDB, and it is being hosted on a server called what? Durga Soft Server. Am I right, everyone? Yes, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Samir.
So is it? Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, Samir.
So this is the Durga Soft server, and on this Durga Soft server, we have the SourceDB as a that is nothing but the database. So now, guys, I wanted to create. Anyways, what I will do is first of all, I will log in here. I'm using the password here, so I'm using the password as just a minute. Okay, click on this. Okay. No, this is fine now. Now, guys, anyways, so what I will do is I will start using this because till the time the Azure Data Studio starts, it will take much time because this application generally I don't use it, but to start up it will take some time. So, anyways, we'll go ahead with this. So now, guys, what I will do is I will have some script as well, just to see here the script. Anyways, just a minute. I have a script, so I will use that script. Yeah, I have a script here. So this is the employees script. So I'm just using the script here to create the database table. So guys, can you see here? I'm just using the script. So now, just a minute. Just a minute. Can you see here? I'm muting it. Create a table employees in EMPNO integer name varchar 20 is the size, salary decimal 7,2, department number is integer. So this is the table I'm creating it with all the rows. So I have some rows here. Can you see here? So just run this and select the star from employees. So now, guys, this table is created. So now what is it I wanted to do is, so can you see here? So guys, anyways, can you see here? So here you have it. Now this is ready. So now tell me, I wanted to write a condition. What is the condition? Apart from the select a star from employees, I'm using select star from employees. So now, guys, this is salary. Select star from employees where I'll use the same condition where salary. Tell me now.
Salary greater than
Yeah, salary greater than 50,000. Okay. So this is, so now tell me, this is a static query or it is a dynamic query, guys?
static query.
Static. Why static means whenever I am trialing this, whenever I am using this, every time, whenever I'm trialing this, whenever I'm using this, every time it will return only those records where the salary is greater than 50,000. Okay, am I right? Will it display the record greater than or is equal to 50,000 or only greater than 50,000? Tell me now. Yes, only greater than 50,000.
Greater than.
Yes, not equal to. It will give you the greater than. So whenever you wanted to make this, they make this, what is it? More dynamic. Or you want to make it dynamic. Can you see here? We create the procedures here. So now I'm just creating the procedure. Create. So how to create the procedure? See, guys, just use a dash. Use always the dash here. So that means to make this command or line inactive, to just comment it, I'm using it. Okay. I'm using what's it? Can you see here? Create
Replace.
create the stored procedure. I'm writing create the stored procedure. Create the procedure. So now, guys, I'm using create procedure. Create a procedure, all of you create a procedure followed by the procedure name. So now, guys, you can use any procedure name, but I'm using the procedure name as USP, user defined stored procedure underscore employees. Means what? I have employees and now I'm using the user defined stored procedure. And now we have to begin the body of the procedure.
Begin.
Yes, begin the body. So for that, we have to use as begin. As and begin are the keywords which are used to start the body of the procedure.
Samir, without hash also we can create, or we need to insert as.
Hash. Yeah, we can create without hash. Where to give
Because
the
in Oracle without as also we can create, right?
Yeah. As begin. Yeah, as begin. Now here we have to use this as begin. Okay.
Then write the selection element.
Yes. Begin. And now then whatever the things you require to store in this, I am using it. Can you see it? I'm copying this. Same. And now finally use an end here. Use an end. That's it. So just use it here, everyone. So use it here. Sorry. Use it the stored procedure. And now once the stored procedure is ready. Now guys, it is ready now. I wanted to call this. So how to call it? Tell me now. Whenever you want to call it, use execute or execc. This is the command. What is the procedure name?
USP.
USP employees. Let's run this. So this is going to work to get only those records where the employee salary is greater than 50,000, not the less than 50,000. Okay. So now guys, what is it I wanted to do now is I wanted to trial it dynamically. I wanted to trial it was a dynamically, guys. So now can you see it? So here this command is called as what? Executing of procedures. I'm writing it here just for understanding. Executing of procedure. So now can share. So the whatever the value you are having, what's that? Suppose I'm using it is equal to 50,000. I'll use it here. Now this time I'll use it is equal to 50,000. See here. So now let us see. There is no records. Yes. Already an object with the name. But that means, we cannot, yeah, we cannot override this anyways. So what I will do is USP underscore employees one. I'll make it. Okay. We'll create this once. And now guys, here also I will use it the procedure name as employees one. Can you see here? Execute this one. See here what happens.
No record.
No records. No records. So anyways, you don't have any records. Okay. Now I will make it here. The same one. Less than 50,000. That's better now. I'll use it less than 50,000 and procedure is the same. Let's try to run this. But I think this is also not going to. Anyways, I think it's not going to trial it because already once created means it won't overwrite now. So let us give it as 2.
If you use create or replace, then it will override. If we create or replace, then it will override.
Yeah. So anyways, so now can you see here? As this is a, can you see here? It is only trialing where you have the salary less than 50,000. That's it. Less than, okay. Less than 50,000. It's travel. Salary less than 50,000, but the salary is greater than
I
only.
think there is two is there
Here
in
you
the
have,
run query.
yeah, 2. Now select it here, everyone. So now let's run this. See here. Now it's fine. It's working. Okay. So this is the records you have it. Now I wanted to make it dynamic. I wanted to make this one a dynamic. So now for that, create the procedure, create the procedure with parameters. Create the procedure with parameters to make this a more dynamic. Create the procedure. So followed by what's it? Procedure with what's that? Single parameter, guys. What's that I'm using? Single parameter. Single parameter. Okay. So now how to define it? So just I'm using it. All of you. Just a minute, guys. Okay, guys, so just a minute. So now what I will do is create the procedure with single parameter. So to make this procedure more dynamic, I'm using it. Okay. So parameters. So now for that, I'm using, okay, create procedure, create a procedure. I'm using USP underscore, can you see? Employees, USP underscore employees underscore param. That means parameter I'm using it. Okay. So now define the parameter after this using at the rate sal. Can you see I'm using at the rate sal? Guys, at the rate sal, and define the data type of it. So data type is what? Decimal, DECI decimal. Okay, what's that? Decimal. So use the decimal here, and now give the decimal this thing 7,2. That means you have the total this one. Okay. Then afterwards use it as what? As begin. As begin. So use it as begin. You can write it here also, it doesn't matter. So now write it down here. Select, can say select star from, can you see select the star from employees where, tell me now where, what is the condition you want to give it? Sal or salary? Where salary, because this is salary, na? So you have to use salary. The column name we have to trial according to the salary. Where salary? So I'm using greater than at the rate sal. At the rate sal. That means I'm calling this parameter. Whatever the parameter I have defined it, just I'm calling it. Okay. So just use it here. Finally use it here. Okay. And use an end semicolon. You have to use it anyways. Use an end. End means what? The normal ending the procedure. That's it, guys. So now here you have it. Run this now. So now this is fine. Now this is a procedure ready with another procedure, but this the with the parameter. How to execute this? So executing or execution of ESP means what? Execution of the stood procedure. So guys, I'm just commenting this and now write it down. EXEC. Can you see it? I'm using execute USP underscore. Tell me now. Use it this one. That's it. Select it. Now, guys, I'm writing it here. Can you see?
Value.
Yeah, the value you have to use it. So just use it the value. So I want the value means what? 50,000. So now it will track it as what? Tell me now. Greater than 50,000, all values it will display. Okay. So but I can but now instead of this one greater than 50,000, I can trial it with multiple values. That means not only the constant value. I can use it here greater than 40,000. And I can trial it for, guys, see, greater than 40,000 is there or not? Yeah, 45 is greater than 40. No? So again, I wanted to use it here greater than 30,000 as well. Let's try to use it and see whether you have any value with greater than 30,000 or not. No, we don't have it. So what I will do is this time, okay, greater than 60,000 I'll try. So this is dynamic or not? Tell me. Yeah, guys.
Yes,
Hello.
Amit.
So
Yes,
this is how it works. So this is nothing but with a single parameter. This is nothing but what? With a single parameter, we are able to do this. Now, let's try to create the procedure with multiple parameters. Guys, with multiple parameters. So how to execute them also, I'll write it here. So, okay. So create procedure with multiple parameters. Multiple parameters. Same, okay, multiple parameters. So I'm using it here. So everything is same. So use it here, create procedure. I'm just using the same. but I'll change the names of the procedure. So I'm using what's it? Create a procedure, USP underscore. Okay, let's change it here. EMP underscore. Can you see here? I'm using the can you see it? I'm using what's it? Param. That's it. EMP param. So I'm using two, that is nothing but the parameters. So I'll use at the rate DNO. At the rate DNO means one more procedure, that is one more parameter with a name called DNO, and now integer. Integer. Can you see it? And use a comma after this. Use a comma. That's fine here. Okay. This is the two procedures. The two parameters I'm defining. One is a DNO, another is a salary. So here, can you see it? I'm using so can you see it? Can you see it? The same one I'm using it as begin. Select a star from employees where salary greater than at the rate sal, and also I will add the condition and department number.
At the red department.
Department number is equal to very good.
Please
At
pass
the
the parameter. Yeah.
That's it, DNO. That's it. Now finished. Now use it here. Fine. Now run this. That's it. Okay. Now fine. Everything. Now use execute the query. Execute the procedure. Execute the procedure. So for that, use it here. So now, guys, EXEC, can you see it? Execute. So USP, what is the procedure name I have it? Guys, what is the procedure name? The same is the procedure name. USP underscore employees underscore param. Okay. What is the first parameter? Tell me now, guys. Hello.
Department number.
Salary.
Yes. Give department number as 10.
Okay.
And then the second one, 50,000 is the salary. Just use it like this. So that means what it will do? It will go and trial where the salary is greater than 50,000 and the department number where the department number is 10. So two conditions I'm giving it. Am I right or not? So multiple parameters. So just execute this. Now, comma also we have to use it. No? Comma also you have to use it. Comma. So if it is in the first position, give it here as a first position. This is in the second position. So give it the second position. Okay, guys, everyone.
Yes, sir.
So both the conditions will satisfy here because of the AND operator. Can you see here? You have only one. That is nothing but employees. You have it. Employee you have it. Where the salary is greater than 50,000 and it belongs to the department number 10. In the same way, I can use it here for department number 20 greater than 60,000. Let us try to see this. Okay, guys. The third one I'm using, this is dynamic. So we can change the values every time. So I'm using the 30 and the 70. Let's see whether you have some value or not. If I have, will you get it? I 81,000. Okay, guys. Hello.
Yes, sir.
These type of stored procedures, how to use in ADF. That means we are creating in database session now by using the SQL queries. Am I right? But how to create them and how to use them in Azure, that is the important factor anyway. So guys, that we will see it in the next class. Okay. So anyways, I'm just allowing you guys to copy this. So just copy this thing. I'm pasting it in the chat box and try to use this. So how to use this in ADF, all these things will just a minute. It's not allowing to copy all. Just do it.
Samir, can we use Oracle database here?
You have to
Yes,
connect it. You have to connect it. This is for SQL. Now you have to connect it. Once you connect it, no problem.
in real time, they will use Oracle for this.
Yeah, definitely we can use it. Why not?
Okay.
See, the main thing is what connectivity matters here. If you are okay with the connectivity, then it's fine. Getting my point?
Yeah, I got it.
So main is the connectivity. If you are aware with the connectivity, then no issues you have to. That's it, guys. So this you can copy it anyways and practice it. Do practice it. Okay, well, and rest of the things we'll start it up on Monday. Okay. Thank you, guys. So we'll just end up the class. Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.